It's Championship Sunday here at Northland Ice Center. It's the 2020 Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League Conference Tournament. And it's a battle of the 1 and 2 seeds as the Talawanda Brave take on the Beavercreek Beavers. This is Lee W. Mound with you here as both teams coming into this championship match have yet to allow a goal in conference tournament play. The Talawanda Brave 2-0 with 7-0 and 8-0 wins over Elder and Sycamore. Beavercreek a 10-0 win at South Metro against Troy and a 2-0 win against Alter last night. Beavers, being the lower seed of the two, are in the traveling black jerseys, brand new to this year with silver numbers, orange trim, and Creek on the front. And Talawanda back in the home whites as the overall number 1 seed. And Jack Stevens from the faceoff circle carries it away. We are underway for the championship. Cole Gutterman slices it back, looking for defenseman Alex Folga. His pass picked off by Talawanda's Reed Benamati, a hat trick for Benamati, and also Brendan Cameron, too. And yesterday's 8-0 win against Sycamore, Jack Stevens looking to score first against Ben Duford, who tied the school record for most shutouts in a season with 5. If he shuts out the Talawanda Brave, a very tall task, he would break the school record. 40 seconds into our contest, Beavercreek in their attacking zone, no score. Talawanda took both regular season matches, 5-1 at Beavercreek and 4-2 at Miami University's Goggin Ice Center. Joey Donahue sweeps it away, but it's picked off by Zach Gates and now handled by Beavercreek and Alex Folga. Giving chase to the puck carrier, James Anzano. We have played a minute 6, and Beavercreek trying to score past Daniel Emenecker. Here's firing on in. It's top shelf. Nate Shovelbein. And Beavercreek has struck an early goal to lead the Brave 1-0. 13:45 to go in the first. That's Nate Shovelbein flashing up top over the left shoulder of Daniel Emenecker. And Talawanda gives up their first goal allowed in the 2020 SWOHSHL tournament. 1-0 Beavercreek, Nate Shovelbein scoring. And back this way, Jack Stevens looking to tie things up. Talawanda very good on the possession as Jack Stevens recovers behind the net of Ben Duford. Far quarter time for Stevens. Grady Holmes is away. A couple goals in the Sycamore win yesterday. Eli Walters shuffles it across past the reach of Asa Hebert. And Cole Gutterman coming away with it for the Beavers. 1-0 Beavercreek, 13:14 to go in the first period. Slicing away from Cole Gutterman. Puck back in the neutral zone. Excuse me. And flipped out of play. We'll drop it in front of Daniel Emenecker with 13:03 to go in the first period. Complete swap for the Talawanda Brave. They're led by first-year head coach Zach Sens, who previously was a head coach with the Miami Redhawks youth hockey organization, and Greg Gutterman, head coach of the Beavercreek Beavers. 12:52 to go in the first period. 1-0 Beavercreek to score. Nate Shovelbein scoring. Minute 45 into the match. Covered by Zach Gates going towards the left. And here's Luke Westpoli attacking on the far side. Past Shovelbein, past Alex Folga. Westpoli trying to win it back, and he'll find Shovelbein. Right there is Andrew Schreider. And Beavercreek comes away with it. So far, great muscling of the puck by Beavercreek, able to strip it away from the Brave. As we'll see Grant Monson push it through, just out of the grab of Westpoli. 12:15 to go in the first period. Beavers up 1-0. Nate Shovelbein scoring. Monson down this way on the near side. Pursued by Ethan Webb towards the slot. Past Westpoli. Now the grasp of Andrew Schreider. Down this way, we'll see Cole Gutterman again on the far side. Gloved by Daniel Emenecker. 1-0 Beavercreek. 11:59 to play in the first period. Shovelbein scoring the early first period goal. The Beavers have now scored 13 unanswered while allowing 0 in this conference tournament. Talawanda has scored 15 in their 2 games. Trying to chip it away. Owen Huff will sweep it against defenseman Jack Stevens. A big boom in the left corner. Beavercreek still chasing. Cole Gunneman lurking, but it's Brennan Cameron. His father was a member of Talawanda's hockey team back in the day, too. Cameron now sweeping in far corner. Ben Schreider trying to get it back to Cameron, and score! That's Brennan Cameron, the goal. Great pass to him in the slot, past the left flank of Ben Duford. And we're tied up at 1 with 11:30 to go in the first. That is Brennan Cameron scoring for the Brave. We're tied up at 1. Face-off controlled by the Beavers. Pass to grab a Shivelbein the near side. Cameron coming away with it again. He just tied it up for Talawanda. The Brave now with their 16th goal in this tournament. In the third game, delayed penalty, and I believe it's Cameron in the box for interference. Interference to call on Brennan Cameron. He got in the way of the puck carrier for Beavercreek. And the Beavers have the first power play of the game with 11:13 to go in the first period. Nate Shivelbein scoring for the Beavers. Brennan Cameron tying things up for Talawanda. The Brave 27-7-2 on the year. Went 9-0 in regular season conference play. The series between Talawanda and Beavercreek both went to the Brave. However, it was the closest competitive series in the Red Division. Centerville, the two games, Talawanda outscored by 9, and Beavercreek's going in the box 16 seconds into their first power play, and it's Alex Folga in for tripping. Folga knocked down the puck carrier for the Brave, and now we'll skate a little 4-on-4. Then the Brave, unless there's another penalty between here and there, we'll have a little bit of a power play when Brennan Cameron comes out of the box. 1-1 your score, 10:57 to play in our first period on a packed house here at the Northland Ice Center. Plenty of black and orange making the trip from western Greene County. And Talawanda, lots of navy, red, and white representing Butler County. Giving chase now is Thomas Bush. Away from Jack Stevens. We'll skate 4-on-4 for the next minute 30. 10:43 to go in the first. Still 1-1 between Talawanda and Beavercreek, where the Beavers striking first. Out of the grasp of Thomas Bush, covered again by the Brave as Stevens racing towards the right. And hammered on in. Carson Cox gets it back and keeps it away from Grady Holmes. Holmes now across the line he goes. And he lost the handle as he was trying to attack Ben DeFord. It's Thomas Bush past the reach of Cole Gunneman. Parker Geshin sweeping in. And Gunneman retrieves it, trying to retrieve it in the corner. Geshin towards the slot. Holmes, the slight touch, gets it back. Shot off of Ben DeFord and into the lip of the net. Talawanda recoups in the neutral zone with 5 minutes gone from the first. 1-1 your score, 43 seconds to go on the 4-on-4. Darted towards the slot. Here's Gates! And Gates scores! Zach Gates gets the rebound in the slot. And he fires on in, a 4-on-4 goal. And we'll still skate 4-on-4, but the Braves strike again for the second straight time. And it's 2-1, Talawanda your score. Zach Gates rings the bell. It's a 4-on-4 goal, meaning we'll stay put for the next 30 seconds. Brave looking to get another one here as Ben Schreider canes it closer towards him in the far bend. Lost the handle, and the Beavers swarm him. Ben Schreider recovers. Takes it around the near curve against Carson Cox. Ben Schreider underneath his legs. 14 seconds to tick off the 4-on-4. Then Talawanda has a very brief power play. Back on the other side, it's going to be Riley Hansen. Stopped by Anzano in front of us. Riley Hansen giving chase. Ben Schreider now. And we have a power play now for Talawanda. Out of the box and staying on the ice comes Cameron. Cleared away by Beavercreek. And the Brave need to hurry if they want another shot on Duford with the power play. Here's Cameron now on the near side. And we're back to 5-on-5. Folga can come out of the box. Cameron on the far side tries to pick up his own puck. Here's Thomas Bush. Now Hebert on the ice for Folga. Bush in the far corner looking for reinforcements. Gunneman can't get there in time. Holmes will chase it, but Folga's got the play in front of the Sinbins. We're back to 5-on-5 with 8:33 to go in the first period. 2-1 Talawanda. Zach Gates has the go-ahead goal on the 4-on-4. Benamati now darts at Cameron. Here is Cameron. He got the first Talawanda goal through the legs of Folga, and he lost the handle. Almost gets it back, but here's Jack Tincher helping out the Brave cause. Tincher to Holmes. Holmes slicing past the back of Thomas Bush. Picks up his own puck in the circle and pushed away Thomas Bush. Cole Gunneman comes up with it. Rattles the glass a bit as Holmes off of Duford and into the protective net. Grady Holmes looking to add on to this Brave lead with 8 to play in the first. Talawanda 2, Beavercreek 1. Again, the Beavers dropped both of their contests against Talawanda. The only conference games Beavercreek dropped this year. Anzano works towards Holmes in the near bend. Can't find Geshen with a backhander. Past Eli Walter. Joey Donahue up ahead. Out of the grasp of Hanson working the wing. Fired back in by James Anzano. We'll have Holmes up ahead. Lost it to Shivelbein. Blue line pickup, Hanson. And defensively, Zach Gates, who's got the go-ahead goal, chips it into the far corner. Arm goes up. The late offside now waved down against Talawanda. We'll have Ethan Webb's pass picked off the stick of Parker Geshen. 7:21 to go in the first. 2-1 Talawanda your score. Looking for Gates. It's Donahue tangled up with the body of Zach Gates. Picked up by Alex Folga. We have Grady Holmes and Walter working together. The Brave up 2-1 with 7:07 to go in the first. 2 straight goals for Team Talawanda. Here comes Holmes off the side of the net. Hits off the post as Donahue settles it down. Off the stick of Anzano, canceling the icing. And the Brave have to recoup, and that will give Beavercreek enough time to swap out their entire 5. Thomas Bush racing against the puck carrier Anzano. Right back to Thomas Bush. And back that way, that was Owen Huff chasing first. Here comes Carson Cox away from Anzano. Near point time for Andrew Schreider. Caned in Anzano in traffic. Looking for Wes Pulley on the other side. We have Thomas Bush on the far side. Benamati, pass picked off by Gunnerman. Here comes the captain across the blue line. He lost it to an incoming Benamati sweeping in. Cover Gunnerman still in the chase for it. Trying to feed Bush away from Benamati. Tincher comes in with a nice check. And down this way, we'll see Wes Pulley in action. Far side time. Duford jumps out of the crease. A drop back for Andrew Schreider. A backhander won't go. Wes Pulley drops it. Here's Monson intercepted by Gunnerman. Gunnerman clears it out to the neutral zone where Stevens has it. 5:55 to play in the first. 2-1 Brave your score. Beavers 18-9-3 on the season. 2 very strong teams in the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League. Wes Pulley still on the chase with it. Here's Monson. Shivelbein behind him. Monson slices it back for Jack Stevens in front of us. Fired across the near boards. Finding Monson to the slot. Benamati saved Duford. And Benamati recoups around the far corner. Takes it back. Chased by Carson Cox. Trying to get an outlet, and Beavercreek sends it away. And that's not touched by Talawanda. They'll go for icing on the Beavers. Icing Beavercreek with 5:20 to go in the first. Brave 2, Beavers 1. The Beavers struck first in the second minute with Nate Shivelbein answering the call. And Talawanda has since added 2 of their own. Tying it up is Cameron. He returns to the ice. And Zach Gates scoring on a 4-on-4 chance. Ben Schreider unable to settle the puck. Getting it back for Benamati. Here's Anzano again on the blue line. Shivelbein in the way. Hanson there too. Near corner time. Benamati looking for Ben Schreider. In the way is Alex Folga of Beavercreek. A slice back for Ben Schreider, who has it Zamboni doors. Far corner. Benamati again. Now for Gates off the left skate. Away from an incoming Beaver in Joe Martin. 4:51 to play in the first. Still 2-1 Brave your score. Both teams have given up their first goals allowed in this SWOHSHL tournament. Championship Sunday, the winner gets a beautiful shiny trophy. Whoever drops the game is the runner-up. Both these teams will be in the state playoffs next weekend. Hanson tries to stand up Benamati as they'll clear it across the neutral zone. Brennan Cameron going to work. Cameron to the center. Ben Schreider let it go. Hansen tried to shoo it away. Benamati, the nice cleanup job. Ben Schreider knocked down as Carson Cox recovers it. Past Bush, giving chase is Hebert. And now Benamati works the far corner and picked up by Hansen. He'll skip one, and that's going to be well wide the target. Curving closer, but still away from Daniel Emenacker. And icing on Beavercreek with 4:05 to go in the first, stops the clock. We'll drop it in front of Benton Ford as the Brave lead 2-1 here. Jam-packed house here. Lots of fans from both Talawanda and Beavercreek. Last game of the SWOHSHL tournament. Geshin turns it over. Here comes Bush floating across. Bush chasing, but that's going to be slowing down the alternate captain. Two alternate captains for Beavercreek, Bush and Braden Cox. Cole Gunnerman is your captain. 3:45 to go in the first. Still 2-1 Brave. Two straight goals from the Oxford club. Calling Miami U's Northland Ice Center home. We have home sweeping around the far bend. Eli Walter, the man in the slot, and scooped up by Cole Gunnerman. The captain speeding ahead as the Beavers trail by 1. 3:28 to play in the first. Gunnerman quickly across the blue line. Handles it to the left face-off circle, and Bush cannot hammer home the one-timer. Skipping wide, Geshin's going to race for it. And I'll go across the goal line, tipped. Braden Cox trying to battle. Geshin gets the shovel out. Gates with the left skate stop. Off of Gunnerman, back for Donahue. Joey Donahue now shoveled by. And stopped by defenseman Alex Fulga. Biscuited this way for Shivelbein up ahead. On the grab of Eli Walter with 2:55 to play in the first. Here is Hansen. Left face-off circle. Donahue with the puck. Emenacker in the way. Emenacker stopped that puck with his body, but here's Braden Cox trying to feed it in, and it goes wide right. Andrew Schreider and Zach Gates working the Brave cause. Beavercreek pushes it to the far corner. Gates unable to reach for it as the Beavers settle it down. Hansen on the chase. Gates gets it. 2.5 remains in the first. Still 2-1. Favoring Oxford Talawanda. That's icing on the Brave. And that will result in the line change for both Beavercreek and Talawanda. The series in the red division, it's a home and home against the three red division foes. Talawanda outscored Beavercreek by 6, outscored Centerville by 9, and outscored Alter by 15. So this series between and Beavercreek has been the most competitive for both squads. Across by Ethan Webb, back to Webb, but Monson's skating in the way. Is Owen Huff trying to win it back off the shoulder of Webb. And now in the neutral zone, here's Stevens carrying it across and firing just wide of DeFord. Around the near corner, West Pulley, Monson, now to the slot. On the grab of Andrew Schreider, the stick work of Alex Fulga keeps him at bay, and it's tipped in the neutral zone, therefore no icing as Emenacker carries it back for Stevens. 1:44 to play in the first, 2-1, favoring Talawanda. Brave, the number 1 seed, going 9-0 in conference play. Beavercreek 8-2. Talawanda did not get their match in against Mason, whereas the Beavers played all 10 of their games. Looking for Huff on the left wing. Stevens will play it off the bounce. Looking for Monson right wing. And Monson pushing it across the red line. That pass broken up by Shivelbein. He'll turn around. Monson on his tail and drop by Shivelbein in the far corner. Huff off for Martin. 1:11 to go in the first. Still 2-1 Brave. 2 straight goals for Talawanda. Neutral zone time. Shivelbein giving chase. Here's Stevens blasting it. Cameron now. 1 minute to go in the first as Benamati sends it across the blue line. Picked up by Braden Cox. Cameron sweeping in. Ben Schreider now to the far bend. Benamati looking for the slot man, and Cameron underpowered that shot. Here's Braden Cox away from Ben Schreider, slowed down by Gates, and Beavercreek trying to push it through. Shivelbein unable to get there cleanly. 40 seconds left in the first. Ben Schreider looking for one more to put the Brave up by 2. Flip forward, a big boom again on the glass as it's fed in by Enzano. Ben Schreider now battling Thomas Bush. Make that Braden Cox, rather. And now here's Fulga settling it down with 22 seconds left across the near glass. And icing on Beavercreek with 18.9 seconds to go in this first period. Zamboni's warming up. We'll have 2 ice cuts like we did in the semifinal games. 2-1, Brave your score. Left side is Benamati off into Ford's shoulders. 13 seconds left. Near corner action. Carson Cox trying to win it back. Gunnerman against Ben Schreider. And now Benamati battling down low. And we'll have a whistle with 3.8 seconds to go. And a penalty has been called by the referee on the far side of the ice. Things got a little chippy in the near corner. And it's going to be Brandon Cameron, his second penalty against him. And that will give Beavercreek a power play with 3.8 seconds to go in the first. Brave up 2-1. We should have time for one face-off. And if Beavercreek doesn't score in the next 3.8 seconds, they'll come back out of the locker rooms with a power play. That will do it. That's the end of 15. We're missing the big buzzer from the scoreboard. Well, we heard a little buzz there. Beavers come back out of the locker rooms with a minute 57 to work on their second power play. 2-1 your score. Talawanda leading Beavercreek as Nate Shivelbein answers the call first. And then Talawanda answered back with 2 straight goals. Brendan Cameron to tie it. Zach Gates, the go-ahead goal. We'll step aside and come back after the ice cut for the second period here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. We'll be back after this. Beavercreek coming back out of the locker rooms with a 1:57 power play. So we start the second period. The Beavers got the first goal of the game from Nate Shivelbein, but Talawanda answers back, tying the game up. Brandon Cameron, and a 4-on-4 goal by Zach Gates gives the Brave a 2-1 lead. However, Talawanda going back on the PK. Beavercreek's first power play ended in about 16 seconds, where Alex Folga was guilty of tripping. And Talawanda 0 for 1 the power play as well. As we'll swap sides, Daniel Amenecker now guarding the net closest to us, where the fans sit here at the Northland Ice Center. Right to left go the Talawanda Brave in the brand new home white kit with the navy sleeves, navy numbers, red trim, navy letters on the back of the nameplates. Jersey's very, very blue, especially if you follow Blue Jackets Youth Hockey Association. And Beavercreek in their first-year traveling black jerseys, Creek on the front with silver numbers, orange trim. Brandon Cameron's in the box. And Benamati stares up against Cole Gunnerman for the first face-off of the second period. Beavers from left to right on the power play as Alex Folga dishes it out for Braden Cox. Away from Cole Gunnerman off the stick of Mark Titt, make it Jack Tincher. It'd be interesting to see assistant coach Mark Tincher on the ice. He was part of the program, but he graduated from Talawanda in '88. We'll have a carry by Thomas Bush. And now behind the goal line, here is Cole Gunnerman. 1:22 to go in the power play and 14:23 to go in the second. Beavercreek trailing 2-1. Talawanda 9-0 in the regular season conference play. Beavercreek 8-2. Far point time, Braden Cox fired in. Thomas Bush saved by Amenecker. Right on the Talawanda tee. The brand new logo of Team Talawanda and the Brave Athletics, since dropping the S in Braves to Brave to remove all Native American references. Talawanda outside hockey in the Southwest Ohio Conference with 6 other teams. The closest foe would be the Edgewood Cougars, just on 73. We have Cole Gunnerman far side, a dial back for Braden Cox. 1 minute to go in the second. Beavercreek power play, and Grady Holmes clears it off for Talawanda. Behind the goal line, Ben Dufresne setting it up. Braden Cox lost the handle as Grady Holmes. Alex Folga took the worst of that, but he wins it back for the Beavers. Still 40 seconds left on the power play. Holmes now chasing the puck carrier and Braden Cox. They'll push it across the blue line. Anzano, the closest Brave now. Still 5-on-4 for Beavers. 28 seconds. 2-1 Talawanda. As Cameron and Gates have scored for the Brave. Nate Shivelbein for Beavercreek. 10 seconds, make it 15 seconds left on the power play. Hansen to feed Thomas Bush. Folga dropping back in the near face-off circle as Bush looks back behind the goal line. Hansen too heavy on the touch and cleared away by the Brave. And Beavercreek will chase the puck back as Cameron will go back to the ice from the sin bin. Talawanda has killed off 2 power plays with 12:55 to go in the second. The Brave leading by 1 as Cole Gunnerman left it go off the Brave touch. It fired off the stick of James Anzano. Anzano now far corner, reaching in with a stick. Ben Schreider. Amenecker watching the action from the crease as Gunnerman trying to keep it cleanly. Ben Schreider's in the way. Here comes Shivelbein. The two centers trying to work together. Benamati going back. Here's Gunnerman. The two tangle behind the goal line by the Zamboni doors. And Zach Gates coming away with it. Skips one off a Beaver stick. And now here comes Ben Schreider with Cameron. Could not find Cameron with that pass. 12:14 to go in the second. 2-1 your score. And belted away by the Beavers. That's going to go for icing. Icing the call against Beavercreek. I'll tell you a little bit about both these coaching staffs. Greg Gunnerman, he's been with the Beavers for 4 years now. Served in our nation's Air Force. Whereas on the other side, Zach Zenz, he's in his first year with Talawanda, but he graduated from THS in 2012. As to the assistant coaches, they are graduates of Talawanda High. Jared Sacre, the former head coach from 1990. Mark Tincher from 1988. And Josh Clayton from 2015. by that far corner. Trying to push it is Hansen. Beavers in their own zone. Brave looking for another goal. They've scored 2 in a row. All 3 goals in the first period with 11:46 to play in the second. A 2-1 Talawanda lead, and that's gloved by Ben Duford with the right hand. Nice reach by Ben Duford again. Last night tying the school record at Beavercreek High for most shutouts in the season with 5. A line change incoming for the Beavers. All 5 off. New 5 out as Cole Gunnerman returns to action, taking on Parker Geshen for this face-off. Puck going behind the net of Ben Duford. Trying to cipher it is Eli Walter. And Tincher heading back, make that Grady Holmes. And back this way, we'll have Thomas Bush quickly on the near boards, eliminated by Jack Stevens. Holmes now, a gentle sweep, picked off by Gunnerman. Stevens intercepts that shot on target on Emmenacker and takes it on a 2-on-2 himself. He'll fire off Ben Duford, and Duford gets the rebound and fires it away. However, we have ourselves a dislodged net, a quite far dislodged net as Stevens crashed into the pipes. We'll drop it to the left of Ben Duford as a new line incoming for both Beavercreek and Talawanda. Beavers outside hockey, they call the Greater Western Ohio Conference home from Western Greene County. The Battling Beavers trailing 2-1 to Talawanda. About 4 minutes gone from our middle frame. Hansen dials it back, intercepted. Cameron looking for another one. Right back to Ben Schreider this time. Ben Amati looking for Cameron. It slips away as Carson Cox trying to win it back. Fired on home far point, and Zano. Ben Amati now looking for his first goal of the day. Had a hat trick against Sycamore, as did Brendan Cameron. And that puck hits off the protective net and towards the photographer by Locker Room 3. New locker room signs on the far side. That baby blue scoreboard still up with the Northland Ice Center name on top of it. And the 2 out of 3, maybe 3 out of 4 teams that call this place home. The Moeller Crusaders out of the Capital. The Beaver Panthers out of the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League. And the Cincinnati Saberhawks, which is women's hockey. St. X used to call Northland Ice Center home until this season, where they moved to Sports Plus, because they have a nice new locker room waiting them, the former Hills Department Store. 10:22 to go in the second, a 2-1 game favoring Talawanda. Here's Gates, a shovel, and gloved by Ben Duford. He'll put it in the pocket to stop the clock at 10:17 remaining in the second. Talawanda 2, Beavercreek 1. And both these teams coming into the championship Sunday did not give up a goal. Talawanda gave up the first goal to Nate Shivelbein, with the Brave answered back with 2 of their own. Now 17 goals scored on 1 allowed for the Brave. Beavercreek has allowed 2 while scoring 13 of their own. Back this way, here's Anzano with Cameron to the right. Ben Schreider chasing. Anzano flips it back. Ben Schreider now trying to turn it around. Cameron left it go. Puck still on the ice. Here's Ben Amati, and it's a save by Ben Duford. It's coming back this way towards the near corner and icing the call against the Beavers. Face-off will be in front of Ben Duford. Again, we have ourselves a massive crowd featuring Beavers and the Brave. Very loud crowd, rivaling the noise from the Sycamore student section on Thursday, where the Aves advanced with a 4-0 win against number 4 Centerville. As Jackson Shock and Colin O'Shea both scored 2 each. No even strength goals in that game. 9:30 to go in the second. 2-1 Talawanda. That's wide by Stevens, as Eli Walter was swooping in for the puck, but it's played by Fulga. He's got Hansen helping. Shivelbein too. And now back this way, we'll have Alex Fulga. Eli Walter trying to pick it up behind the net. It will find Hansen. Stopped by the left point by Tincher. 9:09 to go in the second. Still 2-1 Brave. Winner of this game gets a shiny trophy. And that's whistled away for icing against Beavercreek. Both teams will play in the state playoffs. All the hockey teams associated with high schools get into the playoffs. There are 78 teams in the state of Ohio, and down in Southwest Ohio, we have ourselves 11 high schools now that have high school hockey. Outside the 8 in the SWOHSHL, we have the St. X Bombers, the Muller Crusaders, and the Springboro Panthers. Here's Gunnerman just hammering it wide as Tincher recovers it, looks for Monson. A poke by Andrew Schreider, and past the reach of Gunnerman. Here comes Monson this way. Monson looking into the eyes of Braden Cox, leaving a go for West Pulley, and the delivery, one-timer, trickled on home. 3-1 Brave, 8.5 to play, as Andrew Schreider scores the goal. Andrew Schreider scores about halfway through this contest, first goal of the second period. And the Brave now up by 2 as they want that Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League Tournament trophy. Face off center ice. Here's Ben Schreider for the recovery. And it's back to defenseman Ethan Webb. Sound down by Anzano on the right side. Poked ahead by Riley Hansen. Gates lurking nearby to help out the defense. Past Chevelbein, and here's Talawanda. After scoring the third goal of the game, their third straight, back in their attacking zone. A drop back for Brandon Cameron. He tied the game up. Ben Schreider denied with the pads and covered up by Ben Duford. Backups in this game, Gage Bader, who had the shutout against Sycamore. He's backing up Talawanda. For Beavercreek, it's Joe Bortis in his first year as the Beavercreek goalie. We'll drop it to the left of Duford as Cole Gunnerman back on the ice. Here's Benamati, top shelf. And it's a 4-1 Talawanda lead with 8:03 to play in the second. Reed Benamati went top shelf on Ford. And the Brave have now rattled off in a row since trailing Beavers early with Nate Shivelbein's answer. Reed Benamati scores. Gunnerman and Huff will stay on the ice in a face-off. Will be Gunnerman against Holmes. Here comes the face-off. 4-1 Talawanda, 8:01 to go. Nearly halfway through this championship Sunday match. Pass Huff, and it's taken away by defenseman Eli Walter. Walter coasting on the right wing. To the end boards it goes. Gashin trying to settle it down. There's Tincher dropping back to the left point, and Beavercreek's Gunnerman comes away with it. Swatted towards the boards. Gunnerman could not feed himself, but it finds Thomas Bush as he'll fire one right into the glove of Daniel Amenacker. Nice catch with the left hand, Daniel Amenacker. 7:34 to play in the second. Halfway through this contest. And it's 4-1 for the Brave. We have a timeout taken by Beavercreek after Talawanda scoring 2 quick goals. And the Beavers marching back in their attacking zone. Gunnerman rallies the troops over to the bench and has a little talk. Both these teams very, very similar. The Brave do have more depth on the bench. And both teams scoring about the same amount of goals in the regular season, 64 for each squad. However, Talawanda giving up 8 goals less in the season. And that is the most in the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League. Goals scored. The least scored, 8 by Elder. The most given up, 62 by Troy. Talawanda giving up the least with 10. Beavercreek the second least with 18. Timeout just about over. Up next, we'll talk about the Ohio High School Hockey, the Ohio High School Athletic Association hockey brackets. Talawanda has a preseason matchup, and these two teams could see each other again if they both win their opening playoff game. Out of timeout, we're halfway home. Talawanda 4, Beavercreek 1. Second period goals scored by Andrew Schreider and Reed Benamati. Hammered off the inside. We'll have Gunnerman swooping in. Jammed up, Geshin. Off the end boards. Carson Cox trying to win it back. On the other side, here comes Eli Walter. Geshin trying to outlet Tincher, blocked. Holmes let it go. And now we have Braden Cox leading the pack. Creek trailing 4-1. Off the glass. It's Eli Walter in front of Stevens. Now Tincher and Geshin spinning towards the neutral zone. Settled down by Braden Cox. He'll skip one. Trapped. And batted back towards the end line. We'll have Stevens chased by Riley Hansen as the Beavers completed a swap. Joey Donahue working against Holmes. Geshin drops it back and will recruit the Brave. 6:26 to play in the second. 4-1 for Talawanda. Out of the reach of Grady Holmes. Late offside on Talawanda as Ben Duford watches it zip past the net. And Talawanda uses this time to swap out their line. We have Gutterman pushing across the blue line with Thomas Bush. And Jack Stevens comes up with it. Far corner looking for Monson. Wes Pulley with the forward touch. Settled back by Beavercreek into the neutral zone. Flung in towards the far corner as Duford watching. We'll have Braden Cox again looking for Asa Hebert. He's fired on in, blocked in the right faceoff circle as Carson Cox to Cole Gutterman. 4-1 Brave. 5:35 to play in the second here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Been a very fun match to call, hopefully fun to watch. Gates jammed up with Bush. Bush comes away with it, but batted by Luke West Pulley. Late offside against Beavercreek. West Pulley going towards the right, looking for Monson. Monson far point. Chased by Carson Cox. 5:10 to go in the second period. 4-1 for Talawanda. Brave have 2 goals in each of the periods. Beavercreek, the first one, as Gutterman looking to change it on this 3-on-3. We have Bush on the near side. Coming in is Shivelbein, trying to work against the trio of Brave. And Andrew Schreider working. He's got the second period goal. So Andrew Schreider will come off for Reed Benamati. 4:39 to go. Cameron Benamati one-timer just hit away by Duford. Down this way. Joe Martin trying to win it back against Gates. Around the bend it goes as Benamati against Braden Cox. The puck stuck between the two. And now here comes a second Brave, a second Beaver. Joe Martin trying to guard Brandon Cameron. And Shivelbein will drop it back for Hansen, who will come away with it. Hansen pushes it, red line time. Could not find Joe Martin cleanly, but it's picked off Shivelbein. But right to Tincher. Past Cameron, slowed down by Carson Cox. But Braden Cox, his older brother, on the other side. Here comes Martin once again. He'll skip it off the leg pads of Emmenacker. Stays in play with Brandon Cameron dialing it towards the left. Benamati spins and picks up the puck with 3:43 to go in the second. Benamati straight ahead. Duford breaks it up. Benamati looked for Ben Schreider up ahead. And Duford breaks up that pass. Beavercreek sends it. Icing waved off before it can cross the goal line. Stevens going back. Here's Tincher. Fired off the near boards in front of us. With 3:22 to go in the second. The Brave have scored 4 unanswered. Braden Cox taken down with Geshin. Grady Holmes. And now picked up by Thomas Bush. Working with Owen Huff. A 2-on-3 with Walter trailing. Bush now near corner. Here's Gates. Chipped away by Holmes. Gates with the forward push. Emmenacker reaching with his left hand. Gutterman sells it down. Fired in left point, blocked by Holmes. Here's Folga. He'll get the forward touch, but Holmes scoops it up on the red line with 2:48 to play in the second. 4-1 Talawanda, your score here. Fired up ahead. Inzano in front of the Beavercreek bench, turning around with Gates. To the right, he'll go for Geshin. Bounced off the skates of Folga. Going for Gutman, working the right side, pushing up ahead. The captain with 2 defenders in front is a firing. And Gutterman, his shot saved by the chest of Daniel Emmenacker. The scratches in this game. Jake Tyree has not played the entire tournament. He injured his knee against the Muller Crusaders. It's his senior year, which is a shame that he can't help his team on the ice, but off the ice he is still there. He's cheering on his boys. As now we have Riley Hansen for the face-off against Andrew Schreider. And Marshall Enfield has been unavailable for the season for Beavercreek. Marshall Enfield, a very fun player to watch for Beavercreek. He's part of the defense for Greg Gunnerman's Beavers previous few seasons. Neutral zone. Folga trying to win it back. Andrew Schreider moving it through. 2:02 to go in the second. Brave looking for another one. Ben Dufour with that save. Andrew Schreider trying to settle it down. Again, this Brave squad, good on all aspects of the puck. But so far in this tournament, the transition and positioning game has been outstanding. Monson, West Pulley just off the head of the stick. It will find Carson Cox. West Pulley had it bounce off him. Andrew Schreider went high on the shot. He took it back away from Beavercreek. 1:35 to go in the second. 4-1 your score. Beavercreek trailing Talawanda here late in the second period. Anzano starting to go for it, but that's going to be icing whistled against Beavercreek. And back in front of Dufour will go as the Braves lead by 3. Back to the state playoffs. Talawanda, the 9th seed in the Columbus District. They have number 12 Springboro on Friday, 6:45 at the Chiller North. And that same Friday, 8:30 in the same venue, Chiller North. Beavercreek, the 13th seed, has number 11 Thomas Worthington. Two very good matches. And for both these SWOHSHL teams, they'll take on a different Capital Hockey Conference foe. 1:10 remains in the second. 4-1, 14 Talawanda. Backhander, Benamati. Cameron unable to tap it on home. That looked good from here. Stick off the protective net. Last minute of the second. Here we go. Thomas Bush trying to win it back as Ben Schreider battling to the left face-off circle. Sent it wide and off the drop stick. Anzano now, right point, feed off of Beavercreek stick to the slot. Benamati back to Cameron. Cameron trying to whip that pass in. And here's Gunnerman to Bush. 2-on-2 this way. Bush far side shot. Emmenacker save. Gates with the rebound. Gates to the left for Benamati. Pushing ahead with 30 seconds left. 4-1 Talawanda. Up ahead. Here's Cameron to the house. Denied. Ben Schreider rebound. Score. 23.7 seconds to go in the second. Brandon Cameron, a couple of nice opportunities, and Duford, great saves down low. However, he was unable to recover, and the puck finds Ben Schreider for his first goal. The Schreiders have scored 2 in this game, and that increases the Talawanda lead from 4-1 to 5-1. With under 24 seconds remaining in the second. 5 straight goals now from the Brave. And this match is the same score that Talawanda had at the Kettering Ice Arena when these teams met up by the green. Picked up by Shivelbein. Fans yell extremely loud. Here's Shivelbein against Tincher. Big boom as Shivelbein lost his stick, trying to win it back without it. 10 seconds left in the second. Up ahead, looking for a speedy Max Kelly. Across to the left. Here is Shivelbein. 1 second. Across the blue line, Stevens gets it, and into the corner it goes. And that's the end of the second period. Talawanda has scored 5 in a row, 3 in this frame. The goals credited to Andrew Schreider, Reed Benamati, and Ben Schreider, as the Braves lead by 4 with 1 period to play at the Northland Ice Center in Evendale, a suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio. We'll step aside and come back for period number 3 after the ice cut. As the Talawanda Brave, the number 1 seed in the SWOHSHL tournament, lead the number 2 Beavercreek Beavers 5-1 after the second period. 5-1 after 2, favoring the Talawanda Brave. And on Twitter, shared by Brandon Hendricks, Dartown Dog, sharing a memory as Talawanda 11 years back won 3 of these SWOHSHL tournaments in a row. This was at the Kettering Rec Center, a 6-2 win for the Braves at that time. Talawanda has won the trophy several times. They had a 3 straight streak. And we're about ready to drop the puck for the third period. Last period of the conference tournament as Talawanda leads by 4. 5 straight goals scored by the Butler County Hockey Club. And Beavercreek, after getting on the board early on from Nate Shivelbein, Ben Dufour returns to action. Brennan Cameron ties it up. Zach go ahead 4-4. And Andrew Schreider, Reed Benamati, Ben scoring in the second to make it a 5-1 Talawanda lead. Brave back again from left to right. Beavercreek right to left as Emmenacker battling Duford in the net. And here comes Ben Schreider looking for another goal. He scored that last one. And the closing moments of the second period. Cameron sells it down, cutting towards his left, and finding Benamati briefly. Cameron now pulling Duford out away. He'll drive it to the far corners. Duford resets. 25 seconds gone from the third. As Tincher trying to keep it away. Gunneman knocked down. The arm stayed down. As the Brave look to win it back defensively. Fired on in by Alex Folga. But right to Jack Stevens. And past the grab of Brandon Cameron. Benamati trying to push it through. Great defensive reach by Braden Cox. And now Riley Hansen looking for Owen Huff. 50 seconds into the third. 5-1 Talawanda your score. Winner gets a shiny trophy. That's the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League Conference Tournament trophy. Only one given out. No gold and red brackets. Just one bracket with 8 teams. Icing on Talawanda. And we'll go back in front of Daniel Emmenacker with 13:54 remaining in regulation. Talawanda 5, Beavercreek 1. 27-7-2 are the Brave, 18-9-3 are the Beavers. And if both teams win their first playoff game Friday at the Chiller North, Beavercreek has Thomas Worthington, the Cardinals, and the Springboro Panthers await the Talawanda Brave for the third time this season, counting the preseason game at South Metro and the game at Goggin. Might have a fourth matchup of these two squads. Grady Holmes takes it and chugs towards the left to the far corner where Carson Cox and Alex Folga team up, looking for Joey Donahue. And now it's Hansen, too heavy on the touch, allowing Anzano to come back for it. Puck looping past Holmes as Carson Cox battling. Holmes still in the chase, and Geshen will eliminate the second Beaver out there. It's Carson Cox guarding Eli Walter, waiting in the slot. Folga comes away with it, away from Geshen. About 2 minutes gone from our third. Anzano awaits it. Shivelbein collides in past the left point, and Talawanda's Gates will try to keep it away from Joey Donahue. However, that's icing on Beavercreek with 12:54 to play in the third. 5-1 Talawanda your score. Jam-packed house here. Lots of noise between the two fan bases. Hardly a seat to be had here at the Northland Ice Center, which have wooden bleachers here just on this side. People can stand around the corners as we'll have Sikora fire it in. That's Jack Sikora. Monson down low and scooped up by Cole Gunnerman, looking for Bush, intercepted by Andrew Schreider to Wes Pulley. Wes Pulley now to the left face-off circle. Bumped into the boards by Beavercreek Beavers' Braden Cox. Off the far corner, Andrew Schreider working for Grant Monson. Sweeping in, here comes Cole Gunnerman. Gunnerman now up ahead, 4 Brave in front, and the captain lost the handle across the blue line. 12:19 to go in regulation. 5-1 Talawanda your score. Last game of the SWOHSHL Conference Tournament here at the Northland Ice Center. Arm goes up. We'll have our first penalty since Beavercreek ended the first on a power play, and cross-checking has been called. Very high cross-checking signal by the referee, but it's a cross-check, and Beavercreek's Cole Gunnerman will serve some time. Meaning Talawanda will have a power play with 12:09 to go in the third. 5 Brave. This will be the first full Talawanda power play. As the Brave have had a grand total of 16 seconds extra skater advantage. Ben Schreider leans in. He's got Benamati and Cameron on the wings, and Benamati kicks it through. Nice movement by Benamati. Shot saved to Ford, tipped in. Wide by Cameron. I don't believe that would have been a high stick. But now we'll have Gates. Shovelbein reaching off Cameron and fired on the clear by Braden Cox. Has got him still with minute 41 to go on his cross check. 11:47 to go in the third. Beavercreek trailing by 4. It's 5-1 Talawanda. Here comes Ben Schreider again across all three lines. Past Shovelbein, met up with Folga and a whistle. And interference has been called. We have ourselves an interference call. And to the sixth bin will go Brandon Cameron for the third time. And that will end Talawanda's power play. 31 seconds in, we'll skate 4-on-4 again. Zach Gates for Talawanda has scored on the 4-on-4 as Riley Hansen back to the bench for Beavercreek. And the Beavers will have 31 seconds on the power play once the 4-on-4 expires. Nice feeder to Benamati, stops and fires off to Ford, save with the left leg. Ben Schreider trying to pick it up, but he's got the stick of Alex Folka working against him. Folga now, Benamati chasing, off of Benamati's stick, down low. Here is Ben Schreider with a check. Shovelbein reaching in, battling with the Brave. Benamati now to the far corner. 1 minute to go on the 4-on-4. Then Gunnerman can come back out and play or go to the bench if he chooses. Ben Schreider to the near corner away from Folga. Ben Schreider now looking at the slot off to Ford. Rebound Anzano bouncing to Ford. 5-hole stopped by Ben Duford. We'll swap out the unit of 4 for Talawanda as Grady Holmes returns to action with Jackson Bird and defenseman Eli Walter and Jack Stevens. Beavercreek, therefore, is Carson Cox, Braden Cox, Joey Donahue, and the faceoff taker, Riley Hansen. Stevens flings in on the near side to keep it alive for the Brave. We're staying 4-on-4 for the next 37 seconds with 10:43 to go in regulation. Talawanda 5, Beavercreek 1. Shot goes wide from Holmes off the stick of Carson Cox. Carson Cox swoops in by the near corner. Stevens waits it at the point. A feed up head. Try to shake off Hansen. Off Carson Cox. He'll settle it at the near curve. And back to Stevens he'll go. 15 seconds to work on the 4-on-4. Then Beavercreek has a power play. As that's Braden Cox. Off the side of the net and score! Grady Holmes. A 4-on-4 goal for Grady Holmes. We'll skate 4-on-4 for the next 9 seconds, but Holmes with his first today. And that is 6 different Brave to ring the bell. It is a 6-1 Talawanda advantage. Gunnerman still has 9 seconds to work on his cross check. And Cameron with 39 seconds now to work on his interference. 10-12 to go in the third. The Brave up by 5. Their largest lead of this game. Gunnerman will come back to the ice. And we'll have 27 seconds of a power play as Gunnerman trying to fling it across Emmenacker. Gunnerman reaching down low. The Brave try to clear it. A blue line rescue by Alex Folga by the Talawanda bench. Skipping wide of Emmenacker. Now with 12 seconds to work on the power play. Talawanda trying to clear it away as Folga back in the center ice face-off circle. Looking for Shovelbein tangled up. Geshin pushes it. And the power play ends now. Brendan Cameron will go back to the bench. He's replaced by Andrew Schreider. We'll skate 5-on-5 with 9:30 to play in the third. It's the Brave get another 4-on-4 goal. And it's 6-1 Talawanda. And Emmenacker will just hold on to the puck. 9:24 remains in the third. Again, the SWOHSHL trophy awaiting the winner. Both teams will play Friday at the Chiller North. That is the Chiller north of Columbus, as the name suggests. Located in Lewis Center, Ohio. It services all 4 Olentangy High School hockey teams. Of course, it's Olentangy Classic, Olentangy Orange, Liberty, and the newest one, Berlin. Back this way. Long on through by Donahue. Anzano comes up with it with 9:06 to work in the third. 6-1 for Team Talawanda. Braden Cox, red line send off the wrist of Geshin, possibly off his fingers. Here's Gates now, far corner. Out of the grasp of Andrew Schreider, and Donahue will recoup in the neutral zone, skipping it past Riley Hansen as Zach Gates working behind the goal line. Now 8:44 remains in the third. Still 6-1 for the team wearing the T on their sweaters. Braden Cox sends it wide as now Joe Martin goes for it on the near end. Martin taken down towards his knees. Fulco waiting by the blue line as the Brave defense looking. Far side time. We have Andrew Schreider sweeping in is Cole Gunnerman. Make that Thomas Bush. He'll feed up ahead. Gunnerman working the left wing. Lost the handle. Emmenacker will just jump on top of it. 8:13 to play in the third here in a packed house at Ice Center. It's located in Evendale, Ohio, which is nearby the village of Sharonville, like I said last night. But we have 3 sheets of ice, 2 at Sports Plus 1 here within the span of a mile on US 42. Carson Cox to the far side. Late offside, quickly waved down. We have Joe Bordas now in net. I missed when he came in for Beavercreek, and Bordas now will look against Monson. Joe Bordas now in net. Watches over with the right shoulder. We have Walter past Carson Cox. West Pulley now in the near bend. Stevens trying to chip it away. Here's Bush trying to help out the cause. West Pulley battling down. 7:29 to go in the third. Gunnerman coming away with it by the Zamboni doors. Bouncing to the right. Flinging towards the left. Bush running to the back of Stevens. Bush took the worst of that one. Stevens feeds it back in. He'll wait by the near point. West Pulley. And a whistle and high sticking has been called. High sticking called, and I don't believe anyone got hit with said high stick, meaning we'll have a defensive face-off. It's on Beavercreek. So we'll stay in front of Joe Bordas. Originally donned the number 13 jersey when he was not a goalie. Now wears Kevin Beauvair's old number, 35. Ben Dufort wearing Graham Doherty's old number at 39. Chip towards the right. Reaching for it was Joey Donahue. We have Ben Schreider up ahead for Benamati with 6:56 to play in the third. Ben Schreider lost the handle. Benamati picks it up by the far face-off circle. Folga trying to sweep it towards Bordas, who collapses in the crease, but quickly back up. And now Shivelbein up ahead. Tincher will pick it up behind his blue line. Going on the other side for, looks like that's Sikora. Jack Sikora. Back to Ethan Webb. Spinning it away from Brennan Cameron, who picks it up to the house. And Cameron scores. Brennan Cameron becomes the first Brave to score multiple goals in this game. 7 in a row for Talawanda. They lead the Brave 7-1 with 6:27 to play in the third. First goal allowed by Bordas. As Cole Gunnerman leans in against Grady Holmes. Brendan Cameron, the first and the 7th goal on today's contest. Here is Holmes. He looks for another one. Finds Geshen up front to the far corner. Here's Gates flinging it wide of Bordas. Picked up near corner. Here's Holmes. And Braden Cox sweeps it away from the Brave in the slot. Here's Enzano bouncing in front of us. Gunnerman retrieves it, going straight ahead. Gates, Max Kelly now. Blue line time for Kelly. Kelly got chopped at the stick by Braden Cox. And Carson Cox sweeps it around the curve. Here's Anzano now working. And now scooped up by Bush. Anzano, tail. He'll shake off Anzano, but the puck goes straight to Zach Gates. And Gunnerman strips it away from Holmes, the right winger. Past the blue line. 5.5 remains in the third. 2 goals in the first, 3 in the second, and 2 in this frame for Talawanda. Grady Holmes, Brennan Cameron's third period score. 7 in a row for Brave. It's 7-1 Talawanda. Holmes tangled up with Carson Cox. Puck comes back to Holmes, however. It's Parker Geshen towards the near point. Stevens in front of us. Geshen chopped by Bush. Looking for Bush from Gunnerman. It's settled down by Eli Walter. Walter pushing ahead. Nice feed by Holmes, but Gunnerman's in the way. And Gunnerman takes it across the red line. He'll go back to the bench for a line change. Shivelbein out there. In his place is Riley Hansen. 4:40 to play in the third. 7-1 favoring Talawanda. And both these teams have an opportunity to play each other in the state playoffs. If they win their first round opponent, Talawanda has Springboro. Thomas Worthington awaits Beavercreek. Hansen bumped by Jackson Bird. Coach Gunnerman asking for an elbow call. As Emmenacker, puck in front of the stick. Shivelbein coming in. Here's Stevens driving. 4:12 now left in the third. And icing the call against Talawanda. Brave up by 6. It's 7-1 with 4:09 to play. Again, Joe Bordas now in net. As Ben Duford as his day end with 6 goals allowed. Daniel Emmenacker staying in. Did not play in last night's game against Sycamore, where the Brave won at 8-0. Slipping past Folga. Here come 2 Brave. That's Benamati first. And chipped away by Ben Schreider. Tincher trying to battle now with Thomas Bush. Gunnerman returns to action. At the far point, Ben Schreider collides on top of the back of Folga. Still with the Brave. Towards Cameron. Hat trick! Misplayed there by the defender in front, coming right back to Cameron. And Brendan Cameron has back-to-back hat tricks. And the Brave now lead 8-1 with 3:49 to play in the third. That's goals 1, 7, and 8 for Cameron as he has another hat trick. He has a hat trick against Sycamore and now a hat trick against Beavercreek as the Brave have tied most goals scored in a game with 8 in this tournament. It's pounced on by Emmenacker. He'll hold on strong with 3:41 to play in the third. 8-1 now favoring Talawanda. I know the Brave have scored 10 goals in a conference game twice, once against Troy, once against Alter. And that is the most Talawanda has scored all season. 10 is the high mark. Two goals behind that. 3:37 to go in the third period. Brave 8, Beavers 1, whistle. And in comes Riley Hansen tossing his mouthpiece to Coach Gunnerman. A face-off awaits us to the left of Emmenacker with 3:31 to play in regulation. Beavercreek trying to drop it back. Here comes Grady Holmes now. On the near side, Holmes speeding away from Ethan Webb. Shot save, Bordas off the side of the net, and Bordas jumps on top of it. Great job by Bordas there. He'll bounce it in front and keep it at the side of the net. As the Brave go for a full swap. And a face-off awaits us to the left of Bordas. Gunnerman, Carson Cox, Bush and Braden Cox out there. As we have 4 Beavers, not 5. The 5th one's going to be Asa Hebert. And that should mean... No, Gunnerman will take this face-off. I thought that would have been delay of game. But it's going to be Carson Cox, Braden Cox now. Skipping it, looking for Thomas Bush. Walter trying to keep it in. Bush with the forward push across the neutral zone as Stevens back on the ice. Attacking on the near side. 8-1 Brave, 3 to play. Stevens racing back defensively. Wanting it back. Emmenacker will trap it. And a stoppage of play. A late boom after the whistle. We'll drop it to the right of Emmenacker. It's the Brave lead by 7. Gunnerman again going against, looks like Monson. Possibly Ben Schreider. That is Monson. Monson will win it back and take it to the far side ice. Carson Bird up front. Past the reach of Bush. Carson Cox flings it towards the left as Stevens backtracks with Walter. Stevens drives it, looks for Bird, past the stick. Neutral zone scoop up by Braden Cox. 2.5 remains in the third. 8-1 Talawanda. Round the left corner, Eli Walter, chipped by Cole Gunnerman. Wes Pauly's out there now. We'll take it to the far face-off circle. Up ahead, Brennan Cameron, who just scored his second straight hat trick in the tournament action here at Northland. Cameron around the net. Takes it on the far side. Zips around. Now stops in the slot. He fires it to Bird and shot down low. Bortis with the stop. Jackson Bird looking to score there, but it goes on top the leg pads of Bortis and held on by the Beavercreek goalie. 2:01 remains in the third. 8-1 Talawanda your score. Face-off will be to the left of Bortis as we have Ben Schreider against Riley Hansen. Sikora waits at this left point and feeds it on in. Going back for it will go Ethan Webb. Joe Martin trying to get it back. Sikora again. Flings it on in and pushed away by Riley Hansen. We have Martin bumped by Benamati. Sikora handling it in the neutral zone. Pushed across as Martin comes up with it. Here's Joe Martin. No one there except Brandon Cameron. He lost the handle. 1.5 to go in the third. 8-1 Talawanda your score. 8 straight goals by the Braves. They look to hoist the trophy here at Northland. Out of the grasp of Alex Folga. Chased by Ben Schreider. Far side time. Beavercreek comes away with it. That's Hansen spinning into the neutral zone past Tincher. And the Brave will chase it back. Now we're entering our final minute of the final game of the SWOHSHL tournament. 8-1 Talawanda your score. Far corner time. Benamati. Now Folga down low. Emenacker save. Sikora will drive it back behind the net. Holmes to center. Benamati, the left winger. Back to Holmes from Cameron on the right. Holmes left to go. Blue line. And picked up by Talawanda. I believe that's offside the call with 37.2 seconds to go in the third. Offside Talawanda. It will be Cole Gunnerman returning to action against Grady Holmes. Out of the grasp of Owen Huff. And Ethan Webb tracks it down away from Max Kelly. Zips towards the near side as Stevens closes in. He'll hammer it off the wall. 26 seconds left in the third. Still 8-1, 14 Talawanda. Flip towards the slot. No one there. And coming away with it is Huff. He'll speed towards the left. Trailed by Thomas Bush. 15 seconds left. Puck back to Talawanda. We have Folga. Neutral zone time. Flick towards the left. Looking for Huff. Stevens will go back for it. 4 seconds left. Stevens to the far corner. And that's the championship. The Talawanda Braves defeat the Beavercreek Beavers 8-1 to have a perfect run in the SWOHSHL Tournament Championship. Here comes the shiny gold trophy towards the Talawanda bench. It's a massive trophy as the Brave have won the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League Conference Tournament. Zach Sen's first year as head coach with the Brave. Again, previously with the Miami Redhawks Youth Hockey Association. He takes over for the Brave for Jared Sacre, who stays on as assistant coach. Now we'll have center ice handshake like we always do. As the Brave win it 8-1, Brennan Cameron, another hat trick in the tournament. And these Brave fans behind us, very excited for the championship win. Emenacker picks up the win, gives up the first goal of the game, and then shuts out the Beavers the rest of the way. The Braves score 8 unanswered to win the trophy. Nate Shivelbein, the lone Beavercreek strike today, and the goal scored by Brennan Cameron, his first game-winning goal for Zach Gates on the 4-on-4. Third goal goes to Andrew Schreider, Reed Benamati, Ben Schreider. Then Grady Holmes scores another 4-on-4 goal, with Brennan Cameron capping off the scoring with his second and third goal. The Brave go to 28-7-2 after the championship win. Beavercreek falls to 18-10-3, as we should have the trophy given to the Brave. And that will do it for our coverage of the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League tournament here from the Northland Ice Center. Thanks for joining us this whole weekend. This is Lee W. Mowen. It's been a pleasure bringing you the conference tournament from South Metro and Northland here in Cincinnati. Hope you enjoyed the coverage as the Talawanda Brave are SWOHSHL champions. Next game for both these squads, you'll have to travel to Columbus at the Chiller North as number 9 Talawanda has number 12 Springboro on Friday at 6:45. And at 8:30, Beavercreek seeded number 13 has number 11 Thomas Worthington also at the Chiller North. Winner of those games, they'll play Saturday at 7:30 at the Ice House at Nationwide Arena. It could be another matchup at Talawanda Beavercreek, depending on if the Brave and the Beavers can get past the first round of the state playoffs. And then the Beavers will be part of the second annual Post-Ohio District Tournament held this year at South Metro Sportsplex. We'll have all those calls on the Academy Hockey Club YouTube channel. As the Brave meet on the blue line, the Beavers getting their runner-up medals. And that big, shiny golden trophy sitting on the boards. The Brave bench was a great win for Talawanda, great season for the Brave, and a great season for the Beavers, too. As Talawanda wins it 8-1 here from the Northland Ice Center. This is Lee W. Mowen signing off. Thanks for joining us here on the YouTube home of South Metro Sports. And join us next weekend as we start the 2020 Buckeye Year-End Tournament. All those games at South Metro will be here on this YouTube channel. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night.